No matter how accessible NordPass is, both in design and pricing, some of you will be stuck with a completely new app. So I'm here to provide a quick and concise NordPass tutorial. And by the end of this video, you're gonna learn how to use NordPass as well as all its pros and cons. Oh, and if you don't have the subscription yet, you can take advantage of the discount link in the description below and repeat the tutorial steps with me. So let's start learning how to use a password manager. The first step is installation, and it's gonna vary a little depending on your device. For instance, mobile and Mac users have it the easiest. One click in the App Store is all it takes. As for Windows, you can find the .exe installer on their website. It downloads in one click as well, but you'll have to follow a few simple steps in the installer to finalize it. Additionally, you might want to get an extension for your favorite browser as well. NordPass supports any Chromium-based browser and Firefox as well. The extension is vital for some of the NordPass features to provide the best experience, so keep that in mind. Now that you have the NordPass app installed, it's time to take a look at what's inside of it. Remember that on the very first launch, you're going to have to set up your master password and a recovery code. The master password is what you'll have to use for every login into the app, while the recovery code is your last resort in case you forgot the password and won't be able to recover it. Please store it somewhere safe to not get into trouble. Okay, let's move on to the app. Once you first open it, the first important thing is the list of categories on the left. Going from top to bottom, let's start with the top tab. All items. That's pretty self-explanatory, I think. All your passwords, passkeys, secure notes, and other items are going to be displayed in this tab. And you can add more right here as well. Just click the Add Item button at the top right of the app window and choose what you're adding. Okay, for now, let's say you're adding a password. After filling in the title, login details, and the website address, I'll just click Save, and the password is added. But adding everything by hand is quite tiring, isn't it? Well, the good news is that you only have to do it if your passwords have never been saved anywhere before. For instance, if you used a different password manager or a browser to store your passwords, you can easily import them through the settings menu. If you're wondering, why should I bother importing everything into NordPass? For me, the answer is easy: the level of security. When it comes to security and privacy measures, NordPass is one of the best password manager options. It's created by a reputable security company, operates with a zero-knowledge architecture, has not suffered any breaches, uses an unbreakable encryption algorithm, and has been independently audited multiple times to confirm the quality of security. Now that you know how NordPass is protecting passwords and other details, I want to show you what those others are. That said, you probably already took a peek. Right on the left here, we have separate categories for passkeys, secure notes, credit cards, personal info, and shared items. Most of those things are self-explanatory, but others I'd like to explain, like passkeys, for example. This is kind of a novel passwordless way of logging into accounts. Once created, passkeys act as an encrypted key to your account. So a key that's tied to the password manager and thus impossible to steal, hack into, or lose. Some big websites and services already support passkeys, and naturally, I have a bunch generated as well. See, creating one is easy, by the way. Websites and apps that support them offer setup instructions. Let's try a Google account, for example. As you can see, it's extremely easy to create a passkey of your own, and it's even saved in my NordPass account directly through the browser extension. The other categories are easy to understand, except maybe for shared items. This category is for data that other people have shared with you, since password sharing is a built-in feature NordPass has. One more thing to cover appears right below the categories folder. I can use them to combine data from different categories together based on other criteria. For instance, you can see here that I have my social media folder, my work folder for VPN Pro is right below it, and we don't talk about other folders. Got it? Good. Okay. Before I move this NordPass review to the main settings, I bet you noticed those colorful icons in the bottom left of the UI. Those are tools, and I gotta say, I love them. Password generator is no doubt a must-have. I don't trust myself enough to come up with passwords myself, but an automatic algorithm that I can configure to achieve what I want? Yeah. Sign me up. It's very straightforward as well. All these settings are more than self-explanatory. Now, the password health tool is slightly different. This one highlights whether or not you have weak or reused passwords. Naturally, having both is terrible, but that's where Password Generator comes back into play. With this tool highlighting old, weak, or reused passwords, you can immediately use the generator to fix it. The last tool in this category is the data breach scanner. This one's going to look for any leaks associated with your accounts online and notify you of exposed accounts. After that's done, all you have to do is fix them up with your generator. I like how NordPass not only identifies the problem, but also comes equipped with a solution. All right, moving on to the settings of NordPass Password Manager. If you ever used a security app in your life, a lot of those will be familiar to you. In the security part, you can choose to change your password manager, enable auto lock after a period of inactivity, clear your data, and enable multi-factor authentication. I recommend you do that last one. With additional security from an authenticator app, there's a much lesser chance anyone's going to be able to access your passwords. Okay, scrolling further, you can notice here's the import part I mentioned earlier, as well as autofill and autosave. If you remember the beginning, I told you that browser extension is going to be vital later. This is what I'm talking about. By having a browser extension, I can automatically fill in passwords and save new ones, as well as configure which websites I want to never save data from. I'm guessing you're going to find this useful as well. Oh, and if for some reason your notifications have been turned off, enable them. I'm sure you don't want to miss an alert about new data breaches or some password leaks. Okay, scrolling all the way down to the bottom, if you click advanced, you'll see how to designate a trusted contact, someone you like to have an encrypted channel with to easily and securely share all credentials. For me, that's Carlos from the VPN Pro Spanish channel. Even though I've simply scrolled past them, there are plenty of customizations that affect language and app UI. But since they are not crucial to security, I invite you to check them out at your own convenience. Okay, it's time we talk about money. In the very beginning, I mentioned that NordPass is really affordable, and that's true. Going for the longest plan, I ended up paying only a couple of dollars every month. Compared to other top providers, NordPass also wins against the likes of 1Password and Dashlane in terms of raw price and provides unparalleled value, in my opinion. I mean, you remember the features I've been talking about, right? Okay. Also, NordPass can be made even more affordable if you get it through the link in the description below or this QR code. The price is just going to get even lower. All right, there's no risk in trying it out. After all, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee to make sure you're not losing your money. That said, this NordPass tutorial misses a very important part: how to get NordPass for free. Not that it's very hard. This password manager comes with a free version, but don't get too excited. I'll be honest with you, a couple of years ago, I would have been satisfied with it, since I get the basic protection completely for free. But without all the tools that NordPass offers, with limited device access, and with only the autosave and autofill out of all the features, it's just not the same experience. While NordPass free plan is fine for very basic use, I recommend at least trying a 30-day free premium trial. And that's my final opinion. NordPass is affordable, it's straightforward, it's full of useful features, and follows the most secure practices. I use it daily, and all I can say is you should try it as well. This password manager is going to make your online experience just much safer and convenient. Hey, if you're using a different password manager, let me know which one. And if you're still sticking to sticky notes on your monitor, don't worry, I'm not going to snitch. Okay, I hope you know how to use NordPass, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.